Back in the summer of 2016, I got to sit down with the Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Cut, and find myself absolutely in love with that 3 hour experience. So much so that when I was at Comic-Con the next month and I got to see the very first trailer for Justice League, I was hype. I was so insanely hype. And then Justice League came out 2 years ago today. 2 years ago today, that movie came out, and it did not do well across the board for a multitude of reasons that I've covered and many other people have covered. But today was an interesting day because we got this tweet from Junkie XL where he just said tomorrow and then played this clip. Now, that clip also spawned this to happen on Twitter, where ReleaseTheSnyderCut was trending. In fact, it's still trending right now with 442,000 tweets. Like, oh my God, this is absolutely positively insane. Gal Gadot went on Instagram and put out, hey, release the Snyder Cut, to which case Ben Affleck followed suit in a rare tweet supporting this movie, considering that you figure at this point Affleck is absolutely done with anything and everything Batman, even though he has probably been the best Batman we've seen since Keaton, just saying. But then you've got Zack Snyder coming out of his own Twitter sabbatical to retweet both people and say this ancient Amazonian can't be wrong, hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Neither can Batman, hashtag release the Snyder Cut. And fans are absolutely positively going wild over this because what does it mean? What's tomorrow? What's going on? And why are we all of a sudden getting this information now? It is absolutely insane. But he has been really active when it comes to the Snyder Cut. This is a tweet from his just a little over a month ago where he is saying that he's honored to have such amazing fans because it's all about suicide prevention and people who are using his reasoning for leaving the Justice League over his daughter's death to push anti-suicide messages. And that's fantastic. And so Zach understands the love that people have for him, the love they have for the movie, and the fact that it's been 2 years and the Release the Snyder Cut movement has not died. In fact, they've ramped up and done a lot of good. Anyway, why do you think this is happening now? Why is it that we are getting this information now? What the hell is going on? And really, why has it been alive for all these years? You know, Release the Snyder Cut. The movie came out 2 years ago, didn't do very good. What the hell's going on? Well, you got to give it to Zack Snyder because he has been for a long time now over on Vero, which is an alternative Twitter type website. He's one of the only celebrities that's over there. And he does it, I think, because he's got a very curated audience of about 290,000. But what he likes to do is he likes to tease. He loves to tease. He shows us here, oh, look, here's Henry Cavill with, Man of Steel photo. Here's Batman beating the crap out of somebody, right? Saying, that's my Batman. Of course he is. You've got this shot here of Steppenwolf and Cyborg, right? This defending the father scene that we didn't get to see in the movie. And then you've got this one here, and this is just what came out the other day, and this was fantastic. You've got Ezra Miller and Kiersey Clemons. Oh, what's that? Is it Barry Allen? Is it Iris West? 100%. And this is what fans want. He teases this kind of stuff all the time. And another person that really ends up pushing the Snyder Cut, and I think the first one of the main actors that has a major platform has been Jason Momoa, because this is from November 9th. So just a couple days ago, Momoa here rekindled the Snyder Cut, and people keep talking about it. It keeps popping up. It keeps getting trending on Twitter. And a lot of it has to do, I think, with this video here. This video is from a couple months ago where Momoa is giving Snyder a camera, but it just says Snyder Cut. He's talked about seeing the Snyder Cut. He has openly expressed his love of the Snyder Cut, and he has made sure that fans know that he is extremely loyal to Zack Snyder, which in turn makes those fans even more loyal to him because we all have a common goal here. We all want to see the damn Snyder Cut. Justice League was an interesting experiment and an ultimate failure, but one that can be rectified if they give it to us, because they're at a time now where they really should. Release the Snyder Cut should not be teased. It should just be a reality. And so if this is to be believed, right, if we are really, really going to get it, we have to really look at what the hell's going on. So for one, this is true. Justice League is the highest grossing box office bomb ever. The movie pulled in $650 million worldwide back in 2017, and it was considered a bomb. So much so that DC retooled everything. They started retooling the DCEU after Batman v Superman's second weekend, and this one still did not end up doing very well at all. But that's 2 years ago, right? But the Release the Snyder Cut movement has not stopped in those 2 years. So this popped up today. This is from Grace Randolph. She says, hey, just a heads up, if you support Release the Snyder Cut or ever thought about supporting it, I'm hearing today is the day you should tweet about it like a lot. Things are happening in Hollywood. Fingers crossed, don't give up. And she goes on to say, and this isn't just like wishful thinking anymore. It seems like the fans might actually get this done. Don't mess around. If you're in striking distance here, people. And then someone says, you're telling me that execs at Warner Media are actually listening? That's awesome, I must say. She responds, you guys are pretty darn loud and dedicated. Now, Grace has, if I recall correctly, been more on the side of the Snyder Cut than maybe a lot of other movie pundits that are out there. I mean, she may not fundamentally get Star Wars like by any capacity, but she does get comics and she seems to be supportive of this. But here's what I think is going to be happening. I think that HBO Max is going to be the reason why the Snyder Cut happens. Then now, when it's coming out in May 2020 for $15 a month, we already know that there's going to be a great deal of DC and DCEU related content coming to HBO Max. So much so that it feels like they're just going to start phasing out DC Universe and putting it all over there. So what if they bring over the Snyder Cut to HBO Max? Think about what that would do for not only for subscriptions, just or releasing it on home video. What would that do if they put the money in order to finish the visual effects, finish Snyder's vision, and then give it to us that way? Well, we actually have a frame of reference here. Batman v Superman is on the all-time best-selling Blu-ray list. Cue the Hans Zimmer Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice theme music. The film has just been ranked 48th in the all-time best-selling Blu-ray list for the United States with 2.32 million copies sold. This movie, in 2016, in the summer of 2016, spent 5 weeks at the #1 spot for home video sales. That is Blu-ray and DVD. And for 3 weeks or so underneath that was The Killing Joke. The summer of 2016 was outright the summer of Batman. And people have been asking for the Snyder Cut ever since 2017. And not even then, before then, they were asking for it before the movie came out. They're saying, delay the movie, finish Snyder's version. We don't want to see what Joss Whedon has done. And Warner's, especially Kevin Tushihara, the former president of Warner Brothers, he was the one who put out the edict for the hard 2-hour cut of Justice League, the cut that felt rushed, it felt forced, it didn't feel like it worked very well. And a movie featuring Justice League is just one that should have been more than 2 hours long. There's so much more that we've known that was going to happen based upon what Zack Snyder teases out via Vero, especially the Martian Manhunter that you see on the screen here. He is, according to Zack Snyder, from previous shots that was shown, storyboarding is in the movie. He would have been in the movie. We know he would have been in the movie. So that would have already expanded the DCEU in a way that fans would have lost their collective minds over. And yet they still screw it up. They still find a way to make it bad. And this is their moment now. This is your moment, Warner Brothers. Listen to fans who have spent 2 years raising money for charity, hiring a skywriter over San Diego Comic-Con, going out there and constantly making noise, going out there and protesting in front of Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank. People who have gone out there for years and asked you to do the right thing by fans, to help bring the DCEU back to where it should be and complete Snyder's vision. You wonder why DCEU is no longer really the DCEU, why everything's in disarray. And it has everything to do with the fact that Warner's does not have a plan, and it's similar reasons why fans are mad at Lucasfilm for Kathleen Kennedy not having a plan for Star Wars. You can do the right thing here and restore fan trust by coming out and saving the Snyder Cut. If you guys want, go on Twitter, retweet this, #SnyderCut, put it out there, let people see it, and let people talk, and let's get this thing done, because I think we're at that point where it could finally effing happen. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below. Please like the video, share it around, because now it's on us. It's now on you. If you care, now is the time. And if you made it this far in the video, type hashtag ReleaseTheSnyderCut in the chat so I know. Have yourself a great day, guys, and peace the hell out. This video is supported by patrons like you. If you'd like to become a patron, please head over to patreon.com/Matt Jarbo.